I don't know if you know this about me, but I hate flying to a shoot.
I noticed that you every time you go to LA, it's like 100% of the time you drive. I don't even think I've ever seen you fly to LA ever. I've seen you fly to like Vegas or not Vegas, but like, Detroit or whatever the fuck. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I get anxiety like flying to shoots. Like there's just something that really makes me uncomfortable about like flying to a new city and then only bringing like what I have and then having people like pick me up and then drive. Like I hate being on other people's agendas. Like that just makes me so uncomfortable. So if I can drive anywhere, I will drive somewhere, because if there's something that it's like I'm not really feeling, like I always want to have the opportunity to be able to like, all right, I'm gonna just dip. And
that is a major point, because like especially LA, like everything is so spaced out, and like I feel like it's just so mandatory to have a car out there. Like every time that I've gone out there for a shoot and I didn't have a car, you're just like waiting on the artist to make a move, and you're just doing whatever they're doing, like eating what they're eating, and like it's just not a good experience. So like last time I went out there was the first time that I drove out there with my car, like for a shoot, and it was dope, because like obviously I got to go wherever I want. It just felt way more comfortable.
You feel like, oh my God, I'm so independent.
Yeah,
like, I can go get some food when I want to go get some food. Because I hate being on other people's schedules, especially when I'm like traveling with somebody.
Yeah, like, especially artists, like they don't have schedules, so it's like whatever pops up in their head is like what they're doing. So it's like, it's fun sometimes, but yeah, definitely having your own car and like transportation is cool, because like you said, like touching down and waiting for an artist, or even if it's like an Uber, it's just like it's just extra. And then like you have to sometimes you just carry what you have like on a carry-on, but like for the most part, if I do travel on a plane for a shoot, like obviously I make them pay for like a check bag, like obviously, because it's like I'm not gonna carry whatever. I'm not gonna like substitute my clothes for a fucking
that's like what I do when I like fly, is that like the other thing, like I just don't like flying in general, or like I like going to new places, but I don't like the flying process, because I also get just like really uncomfortable like checking bags, like just in case something happened and like got there and then everything is gone. Like that's like I just get really worried about that. So most of the time, if I do like fly somewhere, like I really just break the Ronin down, put the Ronin in, couple pairs of underwear just in case, couple pairs of socks, t-shirt, and then it's really just like that and a camera, and I like don't pack anything else, like just in a backpack.
Thugging it out for sure. Just a couple pair of underwear get you by, and that's about it. No,
but that's part of the reason why I don't like flying, because I'm like, damn, I came out here and then I don't have anything.
You're just not comfortable. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that though. It's like at a certain some of those shoots that we do, it's like sometimes the flying out, going to these locations are just like the return on investment is like not that great, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like it's less about the money and the comfortability, I guess you would say, and more about the experience and like just taking advantage of like kind of like the perks of like having the job that we have. It's like just obviously sometimes it's not fun to go travel and do stuff with a random artist,
but you get cool memories.
You get cool memories, and like you might as well like go do a video in LA or Detroit or wherever, even if you're not making a great like return. It's because like would you rather like make a great return, like keep on making the same return in the same place that you're like at for every month? You know what I mean? It's just like kind of like at a certain point it gets stale, and like we shoot videos and do art for a reason, like to just have fun and like not only be in one office or location at all times. So definitely like traveling and not making a great like return or like making a lot of money is definitely key sometimes for those memories, connections sometimes, and then like just being familiar with like because like at this point like I've become somewhat familiar with LA just because I've been there so much time shooting. So it's like it's cool, like it's cool not going back to LA. I kind of feel more comfortable being out there than I used to. I mean, I think that there's a lot of perks to flying and traveling with artists, because I think that
you know, if I got $1 every time that I had somebody slide on my DM saying like, oh, can you fly out to Milwaukee, or like just the most random places from like the random accounts, like, you know, I'd be rich.
Yeah,
but it's like, but I think that, you know, I'm not super into like doing all of that most of the time, even though I feel like I probably should, because some of those like opportunities that I probably pass up would be just fun to do, because I feel like most of the time when you're flying to a shoot and it's like a random artist, like the amount of time that you take to travel and to get to the location, and then they pay you for the shoot, it's like, by that time, if you had just stayed home, you could have booked like 3 times as many videos. So it's like the monetary trade-off is most of the time it's not like you're making crazy money, but at the same time, like it is fun, and that is the unique perk about being in videography, is that a lot of times people like it's separate, it's different from other art forms, in that people want to make you travel, and like that's a really cool thing. So it's like taking advantage of that.
Like you said, like the money, I always think that every time somebody asks me to go to LA or wherever, like, you know, Seattle, like every time someone asks me to go somewhere outside the Bay Area, I always think about how long is the travel time? How long? In that time, I could have like 2 or 3 videos, and I could be making twice the amount of money. Like sometimes I get caught in that kind of mindset. But then, you know, like you said, it's like it's not always about the money, because like if you just always stay in that mentality of like, let me just try to maximize like how much money I'm gonna get, like instead of like the experience or the overall whatever, it gets very stale.